Hello everybody, Farmsim guy here. Welcome back to Newpark farm. Just a recap on our last episode. We have finished harvest. The fields are empty and we need to think about what we're doing next. So first things first, these need ploughing under probably. Not sure if they need ploughing or not, so we'll just check the map. Again, both need ploughing, so we'll get those ploughed. And then it's a case of thinking about what we're going to plant. Obviously we put corn on last time. Our plan was this time to, looking at the seasons menu, was to maybe put some canola in the ground. The issue with that is our seed drill does not take canola. So we would have to spend more money. And that's more money that we don't have. Now we could take a risk. Obviously we've got the corn in the silo. We haven't sold our corn from our harvest yet. We're waiting for the price to improve. And it looks like basically the first, third and fourth day of winter are the best time to sell that. You get more than double what we'd get for it at the moment, so it's definitely worth holding on to. But in the interim, we are running a bit low on cash. But first things first, let's just check on the sheep as we move back into winter. These guys are going to start producing a bit more wool. There's a little bit over there that we've got, but the reality is they're not making me any money at the moment. Hopefully longer term they'll start producing animals and the wool production will go up through the winter, like I said. But for now they are pretty clean. They've got a good amount of food, they're full of water, nothing needs doing there, so I suppose that leaves us nothing else to do. Get these fields ploughed. It's 4 PM in the afternoon, so there's every possibility we can get one field done before the end of the day. So we'll just crack on and we'll do that. I'm going to drive it by hand, I'm not going to bother course playing. We'll just pull into the field here, shut the gates so we don't get caught. And before I put it into a time lapse, we'll just have a little discussion about what the plans are next, really. Like I said, this is the no debt challenge, so it does require us to not go into debt. We obviously have some ongoing costs on a daily basis. So those ongoing costs, there's a little bit of release time on the animal trailer, and there's a bit of upkeep of buildings, but nothing substantial, so I don't think we're going to cost ourselves a lot of money on a day-to-day basis, but we do have to be careful. You know, we've got sheep feed, so we don't really need to worry about that too much. The cost of seed to put in the ground for the next harvest, there's an overhead there. It's not particularly cheap, and as well we're going to have to fertilise things. Being on the seasons as well, you can't just get away with one round of fertilisation, so yeah, we've just got to plan how the next few months are going to go. I do think I'm going to put canola in the ground. Just because we can plant that now. There's a window for us to plant that. albeit a relatively short window, but driving blind there. The tree in the way. Yes, we will probably plant canola, which does require us to rent a seed drill. But the daily hire cost is about £600, which, while I don't want to spend a lot of money, isn't particularly much. And seed, obviously we need to pay for that as well, so that's obviously got a price attached to it. I can't remember what seed is off the top of my head. £900 for a big bag, I think, rings a bit of a bell. So yes, we'll just need to be sensible. But they are small fields, so it's not going to cost us a huge fortune. We've just got to be careful. So interestingly, I'd realised, I'm driving this with the wheel now, I'd realised yesterday, I think, I was doing one of the other maps. I think it might have been the Millennial Farmer map, actually. And I'd noticed my wheel had reset to its defaults, so I had a 14% dead spot on the wheel. So if you remember back to the last episode, my driving was a bit erratic. I think I've fixed it now. But yes, the rather frantic steering from the last episode is all a little bit more mild now. But anyway, enough of me yabbering on about nothing. I'll carry on getting this ploughed, and we will be back shortly. Hey buddy, you okay? Hello? I don't think he's okay. We are just about finished here. Didn't take too long. I love this little plough actually. Cost us very little money, and it gets through the work pretty quickly. Gotta say, actually, love this little John Deere as well. John Deere? What am I saying? Love this little New Holland fab tractor. Oh look, we just ploughed that bird. He's still going. He's fine. I think he's very not fine, but leave him doing his thing. Right, I might have to go 2 passes here. I'll go around the edge one more time and capture all this, then try and be smart and grab it all. Gotta go up and down these rows a few times anyway, so what we'll do is, we know the bottom is done, so go up and down here a couple of times. Make sure we capture all this. Looking longingly at that field there. One day we'll own that field. One of the nicer fields on the map, that. One day. But for now, it's all about survival. Just making ends meet. Oh, we've slowed down a bit now. Little tractor's starting to say, hang on a minute. Oh, gonna grab that bit there. You people that watch the channel know I can be a little bit OCD about bits of the field that I miss. Gotta try and get as much as possible. Just battle here, we're wheel spinning a bit there, see that? There we go, got it though. Bitten again. So once we've got this done, before we plough the second field, we'll have a look at the shop. Decide what we're going to do with the drill. I think I know what I'm going to do already. I'll just talk you through my thought process. Only because I had to go through a similar thing on Purbeck Valley without the financial challenge. But I had to do the same thing on Purbeck Valley the other day and just rationalise what I was doing. So we will do that here as well. And basically it boils down to we're going to lease. We have to lease. No point in spending money on kit at the moment. I mean, practically, common sense thing to do would be not to plant canola and just go with another round of corn for next year. But the problem is the harvest for corn is a lot later. And actually we want to minimise the amount of time that we aren't able to harvest. So if I just stop for a second here, let's look at the seasons menu and look at the planting seasons. So I can plant canola now. In fact, I can plant any of wheat, barley, oats or canola now. And I can harvest it a lot earlier in the summer. Which means that although the time scales are similar, we planted our corn here. What we have got then is basically 9 days earlier we can harvest that. So it's a worthwhile exercise. And it's worth the outlay of the cash to lease this seeder just to do that. And the reason I'm leasing it, it's £13,000. The one I've seen, or the one I'm going to use, the Amazon one that I'm going to use, is it's £13,000. I think it's around about £600 for a 1 day lease, which is all we're going to need it for. In fact, we need it for less time than that. But we would have to use it a considerable amount of times before we made our money back on it. And to be honest, at the moment, there's more risk in doing that than there is just spending a little bit of cash to lease it. So it optimises our income, so we're not offsetting the price of the harvest against cost of machinery. Oh, well, we are, but it's a much smaller amount because we're just leasing it than if we'd bought it. So just finish these two little bits here. And actually just notice the time of day it is as well. not going to bother. We'll have a look at it in the shop, but I ain't going to lease it now. Don't want to be charged for 2 days hire by buying it at 5 PM. I'm not sure if that's how it works. I'm pretty sure it is though. I think you get charged at midnight for any costs. So whilst we'll have a look at it, I will not be spending my money tonight. Let's just get this up to the top here. There's a few bits, just make sure we've got everything. Let's jump out here, open the gate. Make sure I'm far enough away so the gate doesn't hit me. Run up to the second field here. Get this one ploughed too. So yes, just before we start, this is the seeder we're going to look at. The Amazon D830. It's a 3-meter drill. We can't fertilise at the same time, which is a shame, because obviously we can do that with the other one. But to be honest, it's the most sensible thing to do as well. I was just looking at the AgroMaz. Again, a 3-meter drill. Allows you to fertilise too, but requires a 180 horsepower tractor. I mean, that's huge. That's just 85 horsepower, so our little New Holland will laugh at that. So that's what we're going to get. Obviously a big bag of seed is £900 as well, so we've got to factor in, you know, we'll be spending potentially £2,000 or £3,000 on seed as well, so we've just got to be really careful. We are going to get really close on money. Let's close that gate. Set a little course play up for this guy. He'll just crack on and do his thing. Get this field put to bed, and then we will probably call it there for a night. Get up in the morning, start thinking about getting that seeding done. As you can see, fertilised 0%. So we need to consider how much fertiliser we need as well. In fact, have we got any supplies left, or have we used it all? In fact, I don't believe we've actually got anything left, have we? No, a little bit of seed. 170 litres of seed is all we have got. So as well as picking up the drill, we'll run down with the trailer, take the size off it, and bring some bags of fertiliser and seed back. We're probably going to invest, oh crikey, 5 or 6 grand in seed and fertiliser. Fertiliser is expensive, you know, nearly £2,000 a bag. So yeah, we're going to be playing it fast and loose with the money. Hopefully there's enough to keep us going till we can sell that corn at an optimal price. But for now, we know what we've got to do, we'll just keep on doing it. Okay, that's courseplay finished that. Obviously there's those usual few little marks that it tends to leave, which we'll just go and tidy up now, and they're relatively small, to be honest. Pretty pleased with that as an effort by courseplay, I have to say. But that puts us at probably the end of this day. Like I said, I'm not wanting to buy our drill right now, just because it's coming up to the end of the day. I don't want to pay for 2 days leasing on it if we don't have to. So what I'll do is I'll run the trailer down to the shop. We will purchase our seed and our fertilizer, bring that back to the farm, and then we will head back to the shop in the morning and pick up the drill. Just this little bit here, and there's another little bit down at the bottom. So I'll just head down for now. Just a bit on the side here. Ooh. There we go. Kind of running away myself there down the hill. Just grab this bit in the corner. And grab these two bits. That one. And this one here, and that's a good job done. So both fields ploughed again already. Very pleasing. So we will drop the plough back in the shed here. Detach that. And let's go and grab the trailer and head down to the shop. Pick up the seed. And have it ready on the farm for tomorrow when we collect the drill in the morning. So there we go, guys. I'm going to call it a day there for this vid. Sorry, not much going on again. We've got that ploughing done, which was great. It needs to be done. And we're prepping for drilling tomorrow, so we're making progress. Sheep are doing well. We've just got to make sure that we can make this money stretch. But for now, I appreciate you tuning in, watching the vids as always. If you're enjoying what you're seeing, please hit that subscribe button. You don't have to hit notifications if you don't want to be harassed by pop-ups and notifications on your phone or tablet or whatever you watch on. But if you hit that subscribe button, it makes a massive difference to me in terms of helping the channel grow. So I really appreciate whatever you can do to support the channel. Would be amazing. And a big thank you for watching as always. I am the Farmsim guy. Thanks for watching, and I will see you again soon.